All right, if we were voting for favorite chef today, I think you would have the lock there. Chef Robert Cillizza from City Dock Restaurant at the Sheraton Waterside Hotel is here to make two things today, dinner and dessert.
Yes.
Welcome back.
Well, thank you. We're going to start out with chicken Francese. And what that is putting the chicken in, of course, the batter mix that we do with the flour and the egg, and then we go ahead and saute it till it's golden brown. Set it aside. In this saute pan, I'll go ahead and I'll make actually the broth that it's going to sit in. So you're taking something that's been fried and setting it in broth, and then, as I did before, flour the butter to make the roux, and I cover it back up. And then we'll shock some pasta, and then we'll put it over as a dinner, and it's really nice. You know, it's something that you can make at home, and that's what I'm trying to do, try to make everything home-friendly so you can do it. People go out to restaurants is because they haven't had something in a long time, or they just can't do it. So they'll go out and pay it, and you'd be surprised what you pay for this in a restaurant. What you can go ahead and do it yourself, and it's real easy. It's simple. Just like when in Italy, here we go again. My grandfather, every time I went and saw him, he would teach me something about cooking, and I thank him for that. One of the things that I remember is he teach me about picking mushrooms in the woods. You know, go out in the country and pick mushrooms.
Yeah, be careful there.
Well, that's it. And you didn't know how to. I said, well, geez, how do I know if they're not poisonous? He said, I'll show you. But every time I saw him first, he'd give me a silver dollar. He'd love to collect silver dollars and give it to me. He said, I'm going to teach you how to pick mushrooms, and then we're going to cook them, and I'll show you if they're poison or not. We'd go back home, he'd boil water, and he'd drop the mushrooms in. Then he said, you got that silver dollar? I'd say, yeah. And he'd drop it in the water, and he said, now, if it turns black, they're no good. So I watched, and they turned black. The water, everything. He'd pour the water out. He'd drink some of the water. He ate the mushrooms, and then he'd take the silver dollar, put it back in his pocket, and say, have a nice day. That's how I never got silver dollars in my life. But he probably never had a lot of them. He just probably gave me the same one each time.
Over and over again. You've got an interesting family there.
I do. They just love to take things away from me. But that's how I learned.
You know what we love about you is that you always have a story to tell. You like to keep the conversation going while we're cooking. Like you said, just like what happens at home. But sometimes people go out to restaurants just to get away from their children and to not have to do the dishes. It's not always about having a meal that they couldn't make at home. It's just wanting to.
Well, there's chefs that come to your house and cook for you. So, I mean, I happen to be one of them. So anytime you're looking for someone to come to your house and cook a meal, whether it's your anniversary or something like that.
Really?
That'd be nice. Yeah, we do that too. Yeah, that'd be something nice. You just relax, and I come upstairs, and I tell you it's time to eat, and you come down, and I'm there with a tuxedo and all. And
get out of town.
It's really nice. Yeah, we do that. We can do that for you. Look how nice and golden that's coming. See,
can you do that for someone who lives in a ranch?
Well, I don't have a cowboy outfit, but I'll give it a try.
I mean that kind of ranch. I mean a place with no stairs.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking.
Never mind. I really should just leave the jokes to you. How's that chicken coming along?
It's coming great. It'll be nice and tender pretty soon, and then we'll finish the actual cooking in there.
Okay.
If I'm surprised, I'm surprised you haven't asked why I don't have any garlic, because usually I have garlic with everything.
I didn't notice.
Yeah, but there's no garlic today. But to teach you something on garlic, there's 3 ways to have garlic. You get the whole clove itself, and you can drop it in the pan just to get a light flavor. Then you can go ahead and slice it. Put it back in the pan, and of course you get a little bit more stronger. Then if you're having pasta with olive oil and garlic, then you dice it and put it in. So each way it's getting lighter, medium, and then heavy. The diced is the heaviest one, so you have to be careful with garlic. But with the clove, you can take it out after you're done cooking, and it's a lot easier and tastes better.
You know how we know that you're the real deal?
How?
Because none of your 3 ways to have garlic was to twist off the cap and put the powder in there.
That's no good.
I know. We knew that you would feel that way. All right, let's get back over to meteorologist Jeremy Wheeler. He's joined Cheryl, and did you hear we're making bananas pasta?
Ooh,
I heard
Jeremy,
that.
did you hear that?
Yeah, I've got the pump over here. I'm going to do some intravenous stuff. So.
Yeah, but did you hear he'll make that for you at your house?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I've got it
great.
upstairs, so I'd love to come downstairs.
Yeah, I do too.
Banana with some, fresh bananas Fosters. I may take them up on that one.
People are paying attention to the background of the show. We're all taking our turns working on that little jigsaw puzzle. We've got to finish it by the end of the year, but we've got to finish our chicken Francese and our bananas Foster by the end of the hour.
Yes.
All right. What's that little contraption you got there?
Well, I just do that just to make sure the chicken cooks all the way through. It's just like a steamer.
Kind of holds the heat in there?
Holds the heat inside.
All right. So we saw you, drag it and pan fry it, and now you said you've got it in a broth?
the chicken stock with a little bit of white wine, salt and pepper and parsley and lemon. Let that come to a boil, then go ahead and put your chicken in. And then as I did, I got the cover back and I put it back on, and I just floured the butter and put that in. And then leave that on a slow simmer, and that'll just go ahead and cook, and it'll make a nice gravy to put over the pasta.
And how come it doesn't get, how come the coating on the chicken doesn't fall off in the water, in the broth, in the roux?
Because an Italian cooked it. And
I don't know why I even ask these questions.
And the second thing is you got to make sure when you pan saute it, you get that crispiness on both sides.
Okay, and it'll stay there.
And that'll stay there.
All right.
Bananas Foster, what we're going to go ahead and do first is we're going to go ahead and melt our butter.
All that butter?
Well, now I know Cheryl's over there looking at me saying, can I use margarine or can I use, I think that's not butter or something.
Well.
You can if you want. If you want it to taste terrible, then go ahead and do that, but you can't.
Yeah, it's dessert, people.
It's dessert. You have to enjoy what you're doing, and we do that. With bananas, you'll go to the store a lot of times and you'll get them and they're so green it looks like it's St. Patrick's Day, and you say, how long is it going to take for these to get where they're supposed to be so I can eat them? And then sometimes you'll never see that yellow. It goes straight to black.
Right.
Because the house is cold or whatever. Get your bananas, put them in a bag. Get a couple tomatoes, put it in the bag. Close the bag, leave it on the counter. You come back tomorrow, they're nice and yellow.
Everything's ripe.
Because the gases from the tomato will ripen the bananas.
Oh.
Just a little trick that will help you in case you need them right away for the kids' lunch the next day, or if you're going to eat them.
That's a good trick. Is that a paper bag?
Paper bag, yeah, paper bag.
Thank you very much for that.
It works real easy. Then I'm going to go ahead and start adding the brown sugar.
Okay.
And that's what you're trying to do is you're trying to caramelize everything. It just depends on how much you're making. I'm going to make a lot more.
We've got a large studio audience today, and everybody's already excited about the Bananas Foster.
And this is just bringing it together so it'll caramelize. And then once that caramelizes and stuff, then you go ahead and add your cinnamon. Now, some people put walnuts, some don't. The traditional way, especially with Paula Dean in New Orleans, this is the way she makes it without the walnuts.
Without them, okay.
But traditional, only thing I do traditionally is open my eyes in the morning. Everything else I do on my own. And I just keep on experimenting. And with walnuts, it tastes a lot better.
You like it with the walnuts.
Now, the ice cream, you can have vanilla. It says vanilla. I would say use, butter pecan. Because you've got more walnuts and nuts in the butter pecan, and it gives it more flavor.
Yeah?
It's just things that you just play with until you get what you want.
Sure.
Yeah.
When going back to the bananas, you gave a great tip for making them ripe if you want to eat them. But for Bananas Foster, does it matter if they're a little overripe or a little underripe because they're going to be heated?
Well, they're going to be heated, but you're not going to get the full flavor of the banana.
All right. So you still want it.
You still want them yellow, like I have right here. So I brought some so you can take a look at them. They've got the nice color, and that's what you want.
I could have been on Wheel of Fortune.
Yes.
I could have. Look at that.
Did you
do that in the bag?
Krispy Kreme. Yes, I did last night.
She does?
Yes.
I have a hard time believing that. I do. She must like to run.
Yes, she does.
All right. We're getting the wrap. I can't believe it, but we are. But we have time to come back one more time when we'll finish up the chicken and the Bananas Foster.
Okay.
Okay? All right.